Hey guys, Sarah here, and today we are doing something super easy and also something super awesome, which I think I say about all my tutorials. So anyway, let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is draw some text. We are doing image into text today. So I am going to write the image within, because it sounds mystical, but really I'm just putting a picture into text. Let's go. 48. Okay, so we are currently in Affinity Designer, if you haven't noticed already. And the cool thing about Affinity Designer is that I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to find a font. Let's go with Bantayog. I like that one a lot. Okay, so make the text nice and big. So as you can see, it is still totally editable text. And I'm going to use this image. Just an average image. Look at this image. And I'm going to go cut that and then reselect my text and go edit, paste inside. Look at that. Isn't that insane? That is so cool. I love that. It's still totally editable text. I can change all the words. It's still totally editable, but it has an image within it, which is very cool and not something you can do in pretty much all vector editing software. At least you can't in Adobe Illustrator. I haven't really experimented with this in, Corel maybe. So next what we're going to do, I'm just going to bring this tinier. So you see how that works. And I mentioned that obviously you can edit the text. Now, what if you want to move the image inside? Obviously, if you just select it as is, you can kind of move it around with, so the image is locked within the text. But if you do want to change the image itself, just double click and then you can move the image around. You can make the image bigger and so on. So if you basically got your mask of the text there, but your image is still totally normal and fine within there. And so now what I wanted to show you is if we take this and I'm just alt dragging it over here so it duplicates, and I'm actually going to take this image out, so we're back to just our normal text, and I'm actually going to convert it to curves now. And then I'm going to go Control-Shift-G and ungroup all of it because we're going to make this a bit fancier. So I'm going to group Control-G group that, Control-G group that, and Control-G group that. And bring this down, bring that up. Why do I always press shift? I always forget. Do you do that? I always forget when I cannot press shift. Because some of these programs, they don't make you press shift anymore. They just do it automatically to constrain proportions. And others don't. And it drives me nuts. I can't always remember. Okay. So now we have this, now I press shift. Okay, well then. So we have this, which is made up of 3 separate groups of text. And if we select all of that, it's not actually going to let us paste the image inside. We have the option, but it's just going to paste over top. So undo that. And if I group the entire thing together, it will also not let us paste inside. So undo that. So what you actually have to do is selecting all of it, make sure each element is its own movable little converted to curves part. And then select it all, and then you want to go up here and you want to go add. So now it's all one simple shape. You can't ungroup. This is Affinity Designer basically treats this as one shape essentially. So when you have that and it's not grouped, it's just one shape, then you can go into edit, paste inside, and you can put your image back inside. So that's a way to play with the text first, have it converted to curves. You could even have like an image in there. As long as it's added together, it will work. Now, if you can see, there's like some weird edges on here, and that is, I think, just because we have a black fill applied. So just take that off, and the weird edges are gone. Hooray! So isn't that pretty? Yes. And shift. So it's super simple. This is very cool of Affinity Designer to be able to let you do something so simple. Like, it's so simple. And you can just do whatever you want. I'm going to have an ampersand here, but I'm going to make it my favorite typeface, Portcullion. I say it's my favorite typeface, but I really mean it's my favorite typeface for ampersands, because look at that magnificence. Look at it. So now it's a text, and I'm going to go edit, paste inside, and my beautiful sunset picture is inside. I will post a link down in the description below to where you can get this beautiful sunset picture if you want to go into Affinity Designer and experiment with this, as I'm sure you will immediately, because why wouldn't you? It's so cool. Sorry if I'm overly excited about this, but this is like a very cool thing to do. And yeah, it's just really cool that Affinity Designer lets you do that and work with vector elements. And obviously the images are not vector, they are raster, but you know, they're made of pixels. But it's very, very cool that it does let you do that. I'm not sure what I'm doing now. I'm doing weird things. Forgive me. Let's bring that back to normal. And there you have it. That is what you can do when you want to put a beautiful image inside of text in Affinity Designer. I am sure the process is, well, probably pretty similar in Affinity Photo. I haven't tried it yet, although I will try it out in Affinity Publisher. I'm sure it's a little bit different there. And then obviously in Adobe Illustrator, you can't actually do it like this. You do need to create masks, and it's a lot more complicated. So if you do want to do something very simple where you're just putting a single image into a single shape, like for instance a circle, ta-da, it's just paste inside. Look at that beautiful circle. But do remember that if you want to do it with multiple elements, like for instance a triangle like this one, and another triangle for a tree, you can't just select them all and paste. It will not work. Oh wow, it did, but it only pasted on the bottom one. Okay, well, regardless, it didn't see all of them as an element. Although if they're grouped, do you think it'll let me? Nope. So we ungroup and we add. So it's one single element and then paste inside. And then we have it. And again, to get rid of the little aliasing, the edges, we get rid of the fill color. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Super easy, super awesome. So yeah, that's all we got for today. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know if there's any stuff in Affinity or Adobe that you want me to cover in these short, little, quick, awesome tutorials. And I will try to do that. All right, thanks so much. Bye.